Good day, lords and ladies of the internet. I am your host, the Parafox Archangel, the English gentleman of the internet, and I welcome you as we continue our journey into What Remains of Edith Finch.
But looking back on it now...
That is where we left it off yesterday. That cliffhanger.
If she told me there was going to be so much climbing, I never would have come when I was 22 weeks pregnant.
You're 22 weeks pregnant right now. Really? Why are you here? Wait, you're 17 as well. Why are you here? Why are you pregnant? That's irresponsible of you.
I never met Grandpa Sam, but I think he and my mom had a lot in common.
Okay.
They were both pretty intense.
Okay. Interesting looking location. I love the medals.
Instead of hiding from death, Sam seemed to go out of his way to meet it.
I like the sound of the guy already. That sounds amazing. Okay, it doesn't look like there's anything else. Did you really stuff your cat? I suppose keeps the memory alive, I guess.
Sam spent his life shooting photos, but Mom said he got nervous being in front of the camera. I guess we're afraid of something.
Oh, we all had that feeling. So you're the guy who was brothers with Calvin. Wow. What happened in your story then? Oh, we're going through a bunch of pictures?
Dawn, I promise, you'll never forget this weekend.
Yes, sir.
These memories are gonna last a lifetime.
What? Am I gonna have to shoot anything?
It's a hunting trip, Dawn. Shooting is strongly encouraged.
It's strongly encouraged.
Perfect.
It's gonna rain the whole weekend, isn't it? Please just take the damn picture.
Hey, language.
Where are you? Oh, there you are. So I have to keep taking
never
pictures
forget
of
this
her.
weekend, Dad.
That's the spirit. Okay, got it.
I'm gonna take some pictures, okay?
Just be careful. That camera's older than you are. Definitely should not have drunk all that coffee.
Where's our daughter then?
You're right, Dad. It's starting to clear up. Still freezing, though. Aw.
Take one of the birds. I like this. This is a nice way to tell a story.
Nothing quite like being outside.
Hold-
Hey!
That's a keeper.
Oh, that was us.
I'm just saying,
Right.
I'm not always gonna be here, Dawn. You'll need to remember this stuff, if you want to survive.
I'll be fine, Dad.
You know who else thought he was gonna be fine?
Some guy who died.
Dawn, I'm being serious.
I know, Dad.
Oh.
You're always serious. Doesn't being out here make you want to chill out?
Well, to tell you the truth, I haven't been out here in 20 years.
Wow.
Dawn, don't you think you could find something more interesting to photograph?
Right, okay, the fish. The fishies are
Last
interesting.
time I was with my
Nope.
brother Calvin. Man, that was a great trip.
The birdie.
Good eyes, Dawn.
Oh, the deer.
Before you take
Gotcha.
the shot, let me get a picture of you.
Where are you?
Dad, I...
Just breathe. Turn off your imagination. Focus on your target.
I'm not sure how I approve of teaching your kids to shoot a gun, but...
Let me get behind her.
Oh, I'm gonna
Dawn,
sneeze.
you don't have to do anything. But if you want to survive, you'll need to be strong.
Alright.
Now keep yourself squared up, elbows down, like we practiced. Whenever you're ready. Great shot, Dawn!
Whoa! No, that's a great picture.
I'm proud of you, Dawn. Always remember that, okay?
Oh, she's so unhappy. Oh, I'm controlling the guy now.
Sorry, Dawn. Just gotta reset the timer.
Go, 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 go.
Dad, it's twitching. I think
That's
it's
totally normal, Dawn. Just focus on the camera. Try not to think about...
Dad!
Oh, that's certainly a way to go. Is that really what killed him?
Of all these stories, that's the one I wish most that my mom had told me.
Oh, that's so unfortunate. He was only 33. Christ. My God. How do these people keep dying so young? Do I get a torch or something? Probably not.
After Sam died, my mom and Edie got really close. They'd both lost a lot.
Oh. Sam's death was one which was really unfortunate. Okay, please open the thing. Okay. Who died now?
I can't imagine my mom ever writing poetry, and yet...
You were 13. Okay. What's this then?
Dear Kay, do you remember the way Gregory used to laugh when he thought he was alone? Like something funny was happening, but only he could see it. I think he saw things the rest of us don't.
I'm a baby in a bathtub! Scrub-a-dub-dub! Having fun in the tub. Ooh. Froggy? What are you gonna do, Froggy, Mr. Froggy? Oh, we're controlling Mr. Froggy.
It's time to... Hold on, sweetie.
No, you should focus on your kid,
Hello?
you know.
Sam, I told you I don't want to talk right now.
I wonder what
Knock
he
off
saw.
the letters!
His world was like.
And yeah! Nope. Yeah! Nope.
He reminded me so much of Calvin.
Gotcha!
His imagination.
Whee!
Whatever it was,
It's
he saw.
freaking synchronized swimming. Let's go. Whee! This is amazing. Best story you can have for a kid. I can't remember whose song this is. I think this is Mozart. It sounds more like Mozart than anything. Come on, let's get the whale up somehow.
It sure made him happy.
Yeah! This is actually... This is hard!
I know how silly it sounds. But I worried about a baby being too happy. But I could feel him slipping away.
Sorry about that, Gregory.
I know you did everything you could. Maybe if I hadn't called that night.
Damn it. Hold on, I don't want Gregory to hear this.
Let's drown the babies!
About the world he saw.
Drown the baby!
There's so much I don't understand. About Gregory. About everything.
Excellent choice of music, by the way, game.
But I know what happened wasn't your fault. I'm sure he's happy. And he'd want you to be happy too. Good luck, Kay. Love, Sam.
He was a year-old baby. There's nothing you can say about that. It's always a tragedy when when a bit... That actually hits a little close to home, because my brother was only 2 years old when he died, so it's always horrible when you have your child die at such a young age. They die before they even get a chance to live.
A poem for Gus, who always said the wedding was a bad idea. Our father never hit us kids, at least not very hard, before the day my brother said with teenage disregard that he'd be dead before he'd see a wedding in our yard.
Wow. What's this up here? More words? Oh, I have to hit all the letters, do I?
My father made him come, of course, but Gus stood far apart, just flew his kite and bottled up the storm inside his heart.
Whee! Oh, there's just...
I tried to talk him out of it, but though he'd never met her, we don't need a stepmom, were the words that I
now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss the bride.
Where's the letters? Where do we need to go? Do we need to collect the letters? No. Nothing over there. Can't hit the people, unfortunately. Oh. Here we go. Here's a bunch of stuff.
When the time for photos came, Dad ordered him to come here. But Gus declined and as a sign held up his middle finger.
What a kid! He's only 13! I didn't mean this much of a brat at 13.
The wind picked up and panicked geese appeared and quickly went. But all the humans did that day was go inside the tent.
Oh wow, what the...
The rain came down in buckets then, but no one seemed afraid that nature might destroy the tent our dad had crudely made.
Destroy everything! Burn all!
Thunder sounded much too close and full of angry power. But all my father said to this was, make the music louder.
Woohoo! What a storm! All caused by a boy flying his kite. I wish that something. Okay, what do I need to do for this something? Do I need to get struck by lightning? Come on.
I wish that I could truly say I thought about you on that day. Out there on the beach alone, just you, the wind, the sea, and foam. But I didn't. Until we found you.
What happened to him? Did he get blown away?
She never talked about him, but Mom told me once if I was a boy, they were going to name me Gus.
So we're Edith in the top there. You're younger than me. By 4 years. Impressive one. It's hard to acknowledge that people are getting are properly younger than me now. As I'm born in August, I'm used to always being the youngest. Right. Okay, we're not going out that way. Really?
My mom moved up to the loft after her brothers died.
There's a goddamn climbing wall? Oh, your mother's
At
dorm.
the time, it was as far away as she could get.
Well, that explains why the bed was gone. Oh, yes, I don't blame you. This is an amazing place to live. Oh, this is epic.
My mom moved to India a week after graduation and got a job teaching English.
I wish. That's always a nice job to consider. Not one I could... Oh, god damn it. Now I gotta climb back up the stairs. Yeah, I've actually got a cousin that teaches English. It's just he's in Taiwan rather than England. India. Happily married too. Got a son. It's hard being the young one. With nothing and no one. Oh, the loneliness. Alright, what's Mother's story, I guess?
She spent a summer building houses in Calcutta, where she met my dad, Sanjay.
Oh! You're half Indian.
Louis was born a year later.
Oh, this is quite funny.
When my dad died, I don't think Mom knew where else to go. I'm sure Edie was happy to have her back.
So this main character is
And to
basically...
see kids in the house again.
So the main character is basically just like a friend of mine. And you know who I'm talking about.
The house had to get a little bigger, but Edie was used to that.
A little bit,
And for a while, things were good. Almost normal.
So the very top of the house, this little extremity, which had no business archaeologically being here, just hanging at the top of the house, is a little schoolyard for the kids. This house is amazing!
But it didn't last.
And that's where things get sad.
The beginning of the end was Milton's 10th birthday, when Edie gave him a castle.
Okay.
After Milton disappeared, the only thing he left behind was a room full of paintings.
I see. Wait, is there more? What else could there be? Maybe not. Oh, wow.
I think Edie was happy to finally have another painter in the family.
Oh, this music. Game, your choice of music is amazing, even if nothing else.
Milton Finch in The Magic Paintbrush.
Oh. Is that all we have to do?
I was 4 when Milton disappeared.
Wait, it's got a death date on that. If you... Oh, right, yeah, 2003. 1990. Yes, 4. Makes perfect sense. I'm just being a little stupid.
Mom spent months searching for my brother. Then she sealed the doors.
Aww.
Whatever Milton had found in the house, Mom didn't want it getting out.
Okay. Nothing around the parts, damn it. Gotta go back the other way. Wow. This world is so atmospheric. Oh, and we haven't even reached the top. Wow. How much more do you need to build on this house?
Mom definitely blamed Edie, but I think Lewis blamed himself. After he graduated, he just spent more and more time in his room. Until Mom got him a job at the cannery.
Sorry about that. Lewis, 2010.
Everyone always told me to stay out of Lewis's room. Except Lewis.
Psychedelic. Is that... Keisha? No. That's not what it's called. No, it's not skooma. What am I thinking? The skooma Skyrim. Yeah, I think it's something like Keisha. It's just basically the stuff Arabs smoke in... and it's got lots of flavors attached to it. But it's meant to be, like, worse than cigarettes, because it's, like, a lot more concentrated. Yeah, this is... Yeah, that is definitely that stuff.
Lewis's room smelled very, very familiar. That part of him lived on.
Oh, with a shisha. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is shisha as it's known. Yeah, that's definitely shisha. Oh, and he's a tech nerd. I like him already. Lewis, you're my favorite. Alright, what's in here?
Dear Mrs. Finch, As Lewis's psychiatrist, I can understand your desire for an explanation. As I see it, the trouble began in January, shortly after we convinced your son to seek treatment for substance abuse. Newly sober, I believe Lewis first noticed the monotony of his daily life. He kept working at the cannery, but he withdrew part of himself. In our sessions, I saw the same behavior. His mind began to...
What do we do?
wander.
Oh, I'm controlling things while...
I asked him to describe it. He said he started small.
We're playing a mini-game while doing
Imagining a
another
labyrinth.
game.
He'd feel his way about.
No, not up there.
Then something moved. Bats. And toads.
Oh, multitasking. Bane of my existence.
And things that have not names. He knew it was all in his head. But he took it very seriously.
Kill the fish, kill the fish.
I had hoped he'd find himself. But he found something more.
He found Dark Souls.
I worried about him then.
Oh wow, it progressed
Daydreaming at the
from
cannery.
2 dead.
I spoke with his boss. But he said Lewis had become a model employee.
Really?
Methodical, tireless, focused.
Everyone has their method
Like a
of
whole new
coping.
Lewis. So I let him go on. I even encouraged him. It seemed very promising at first.
Please don't tell me he's gonna get his hand chopped off.
He told me he'd made a new friend.
Lewis, don't get your bloody hand chopped off, please.
On the edge of a city he named Lewis Topia. He built the city up slowly, brick by brick.
Do I just keep moving forward?
Then he made musicians.
How do I don't know how to react to this.
And songs for them to play. He talked about starting a band.
We are so
He was always
accidentally...
humming something.
We are so accidentally going to get our hand chopped off. That is just too obvious at this point.
Every day his imagination grew stronger.
Which is amplified by the effect that
He no longer
more
spoke
the
at the
screen
cannery.
is.
But his chopping was as reliable as ever.
That was
one
until
day
he
it
got his
struck
hand
him.
chopped.
That all the cheering crowds, even the stones under his feet, were all in his imagination.
Yeah,
So
that...
he could do whatever he wished.
Okay. Up the path.
He held an election for mayor.
Really? An election? Wow, that's very diplomatic of
won.
you.
They begged him to stay, but his mind was already wandering. It became a game for him.
Alright.
Conquer a city, then immediately push on.
Sorry, I just turned down the graphics because being at 20 was annoying me. Should have done that from the start, honestly. St. Louis. Oh.
We started drifting away from our reality. Minneapolis. Until
Now
one
that's
day
a
he
creative
forgot to go
name.
home from the cannery. Even as his mother pleaded with him, part of Lewis kept sailing on.
So Lewis is definitely out of his mind. No, he just doesn't like reality, that's all.
In Lewisburg, he heard rumors of a
Beautiful prince, handsome queen. Oh, look, the handsome queen.
handsome queen.
Come on, turn the boat, give me a fish. Chop its head off down the cart. Fish, head off, in the cart.
The queen was on her own quest for
Sinister serpents. Yes. Totally.
sinister serpents. He followed the sound of her
Silver harp or harp is much better than a sitar. Harp is
Silver
so
harp.
angelic.
His chase led him to a golden palace east of the sun and west of the moon.
Okay.
Even then, his logic remained sound.
Jesus Christ, this frame rate. What the hell?
He knew the world was all in his imagination.
I apologize for this frame rate. I don't know what's going on.
But he was so proud of having created it. In his own eyes, he'd become something greater than a king.
You're an emperor.
For someone who'd never known success in the real world, I think it was overwhelming. And then it struck him that the real Lewis was not the one chopping salmon, but the one climbing the steps of a golden palace. My imagination is as real as my body, he told me. It was hard to argue with him.
Wow. Oh, and now we're playing as him. Oh, and we're in the cannery. Oh.
He began to forget the world we know. I think it pained him to remember Lewis, the cannery worker.
What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do to
He began
ourselves?
to despise the man with a royal contempt.
What do we do to him? Do we
I
have to-
still thought I could save him. even after he said he was being crowned king over all the lands of wonder.
Bye, Lewis.
The palace would
we're
be
still
packed
going
with his
on.
companions.
Faceless entities playing music. Yes, yes, it is nice to see you all. I am the greatest that ever lived. Thank you for
Including the
finally
wise
recognizing
who
me.
insisted on advising him.
I don't need advice. I am the gentleman. We are superior in every way. Louder with the music. That better not be a bloody
His
guillotine.
queen waited, holding his crown.
Yep, that's a guillotine.
There was only one thing left to do.
Oh God, we know exactly what's going to happen now.
Bend down his head.
I don't wanna do this anymore. I don't wanna be king. Fine. I died as I lived. A beautiful gentleman.
And the rest I think you know. Mrs. Finch, your son was a kind man who will be missed by all of us who knew him.
That's the cannery's fault. The fact it's like
My brother
motion
was really
censored.
cool. I wish you could have met him.
The fact it's motion censored is kind of bad. That's a health hazard. It should always be manually operated, like the actual chopping tool.
On the way back from
At least when
Lewis's
humans
funeral,
are involved,
my
anyway.
mom told me to start packing. She waited until the day before we left to tell Edie. I'm not sure if she wanted to make it easier or harder. I wish we'd stayed. But I
Is this-
understand why we left.
Is this Edie's room or is it Dawn's room?
My mom ended up leaving everything behind.
No, I think this is Dawn's room. Maybe.
What happened that night had been coming for a long time. Maybe I should have come sooner.
What the hell are you going to do?
But it had to end one way or another.
No.
All that's left now is to tell you about that last night.
What's going on? Edith Finch. Now she's
The whole
writing her
last
own
day.
story.
Edie just watched us pack and didn't say a word. Until supper, when she raised her glass and said,
To our final night together, and all our final nights apart.
Grandma, you know what I said about alcohol. Some of your medications are very
Edith,
specific.
I left a present for you in the hallway. Why don't you go open it? The grown-ups have to argue now.
I'm sorry, you're right. We're all leaving tomorrow. Let's just enjoy our last...
I'm not leaving.
Edith, you're excused.
Okay.
the power had been shut off that morning, but Edie always had plenty of candles. When my mom sealed the library, I don't think she knew about the other entrance, or that Edie had a key to it.
Right. Okay.
The thing you're afraid of isn't going to end when you leave the house. Edith has a right to know these stories.
My children are dead because of your stories. I think it's best if Edith and I leave tonight.
Right.
We'll have the nursing home send a van for you in the morning. Okay?
History of the Finches by Edith Finch.
Dear Edith, there's so many stories I wish I could tell you, but there's only time for one. This is about what happened on the night you were born. That night, the tide went way, way out.
Right. Who died on
It was the
in
first
1999?
and last time I ever saw the old house aground. There'd been an earthquake out in the middle of the ocean. They called it the lowest tide in 1,000 years.
Yeah.
God, it smelled awful. You know, I've seen that house every day of my life.
I'm pretty sure the ocean doesn't work like this, but then again, I'm pretty sure.
I'd go back to it.
I'm pretty sure a lot of the families that have happened in
When
this.
the fog rolled in, I lost my way.
Did you find Odin?
I got turned around.
Well, screw you. No, I'll go this way. Where am I going?
I started seeing things.
Oh, hello. You're the deer that killed Sam. What else are we gonna find? Just keep
Things
walking.
I'd forgotten had ever existed. But when I saw them,
You're a bed.
they felt like old friends. That night, a lot
Wheelchair?
of things came back to me.
Oh, we're at the house now.
Or maybe I came back to them.
What are we gonna find? The body of Odin.
Things I can't explain, but that I need you to try and...
Edith, what are you doing in here?
It's mine.
Edith!
Mom, you're gonna rip it! Let go! I kicked and screamed, but Mom dragged me to the car.
Wow.
I never saw Great Grandma Edie again. The next morning, the van came to pick her up, but she was already gone.
Already? Yeah, she would be already gone.
After that, we moved around a lot. We both tried to make the best of it.
Whee!
A few years went by.
I always used to do that too.
My mom didn't like to talk about it. But she started getting sick a lot.
Well, there
The rest
goes all the
happened
letters.
pretty quickly. She got better for a while, and then she didn't. And then I was alone. The last Finch left alive.
For now. That's what she meant by
Until I found out about
O2.
you.
She's pregnant.
I'm still not sure what to tell you about all this. If we lived forever, maybe we'd have time to understand things. But as it is, I think the best we can do is try to open our eyes. And appreciate how strange and brief all of this is. This journal was supposed to be for you.
Life is temporary after all.
But now I hope you'll never see it. I just want to meet you and tell you all these stories myself. But I guess if you're reading this now, things didn't work out that way.
Wait! I get what's happening. We're in the womb right now and we're getting out of it. We're being born.
This is where your story begins. I'm sorry I won't be there to see it. It's a lot to ask, but I don't want you to be sad that I'm gone. I want you to be amazed that any of us ever had a chance to be here at all. Good luck.
I... Wow, this story. Just wow. Like, it slowly came together, and it let on things at the beginning, and would better explain them as it went on, in terms of our current situation as the character. But wow. Just wow. The narrative of this story is amazing. I am so glad to have played this, and, well, actually I'm so glad to have played this myself, rather than watched someone play it, and discover the story on my own, because, and I guess with you people, because, wow! I don't know how to react to this. And I like what they've done here. They're using childhood photos of all of the developers. It's really good. What else can you say? I love stories. I love a good narrative story. And this one was just, wow. The way they told it, the stages in which they told it. Wish we found out what happened to Odin, though. Considering he's like the very first one. So what happened to Odin Finch? Also, Melissa, you look like a really ugly baby. Just saying. You probably already knew that. No offense. Well, there's the peaches. Wow. Just, wow. Wow. So I think the one that lived the longest was the one that basically... Yeah, I'm pretty sure the one that lived the longest is the one that stood in the hole all day. All his life. But what kind of life must that be? No, actually Edie is the one that lived the longest, but yeah. Wow. Wow. It just... Lewis Finch was 22. Select Edith to play from the beginning. Don't you dare put 1999 to nothing. That was 2017, and we know that. I want to know what happened to Odin. Because nothing here is said. Is there a secret story involving Odin? One we just didn't find? Okay, let's look at this family tree just a quick second. Molly was 10, Barbara was 16, Calvin was 11, Sam was 33, Walter 53, Edie really too old, Gregory was 1, Gus was 13, Dawn was... Maths, come on maths. 48. That's pretty young also. Lewis 22, Milton 11, and then 2017, we were 18. How did we die at 18? How? Anyway, I suppose. This story has been amazing. I'm glad I chose to play it again today. I didn't expect it to be so short, honestly. But I'm not disappointed in it. The story was too good for it to be disappointed in it being short. I still want to know what happened to Odin, considering it's his name right there. It indicates he should have a picture. So, I guess that's just something I missed. Maybe. But, yeah. I have been your host, the Parafox Archangel, the English gentleman of the internet. I hope to see you again. Tomorrow, I don't know what I'll be doing. I'll think of something. But until then, I bid thee farewell, good day, and good night. And remember, if this story teaches us nothing else, live life to the fullest, for you never know when it might be taken away.